Hey, what's up, all you amazing people, and welcome back to Torpedoes and Tarantulas, where tonight's video it's a bit of a kind of a spur of the moment kind of thing. I was looking in on some of my spiders, uh, and this one actually decided to go for a walk. Of course, I let it do everything on its own. Once it got close to the top of its enclosure, I put my hand out. Um, it put a couple of legs on my hand, but didn't pull away, so I knew it was cool with it. So I went ahead and just lightly touched it with a paintbrush, and it never turned around, never got pissy with the paintbrush touching it, and eventually walked onto my hand. And as you can see, is still there. This is not really an intentional handling video. Of course, most of us in the hobby don't really condone intentional handling. Although every once in a while it will happen where you have to handle a tarantula, and there's even some times where you kind of do it willingly or voluntarily, and that's cool. I mean, to a certain extent, you definitely do not want to stress out the animal if you decide to do a handling video. Don't force them to do anything. This one was actually on its way out of the enclosure, and when I put my hand down and its first couple of legs touched my hand, it didn't freak out, and so I just kind of let it do its thing. And for the last 10 minutes or so, that's kind of what it's been doing. Now, to get around to the species here, this is going to kind of be a little bit of a species highlight video, maybe, if I can get it to be still for just a minute. This is some of you will recognize this. This is the Grammastola pulchra, or the Brazilian black. They are a very large, very dark, and very black tarantula, as you can see. This one here is a subadult. Still not sure of the sex. Hoping it's a female, but could possibly be a male, just kind of by the frequency of the molts and everything. But we still have a ways to go before we know for sure. I'm hoping in this next molt that it will tell me that I can salvage the molt, and that it will tell me whether it is a male or a female. And it may or may not be in a pre-molt. I'm not quite sure. But this species here is very, very, very awesome species. They're commonly called the black lab of the tarantula world because they are so calm. And, of course, because they are big and black. This one here, like I said, has been just kind of walking about on my hands for the past 10-15 minutes. Like I said, I don't condone regular handling and intentional handling, but like I said, if you do it, definitely let them, do it on their own terms. Don't make them do anything. And of course, you can see kind of the way I'm handling it. I'll turn my hand so that it has kind of a flat surface to go on the whole time. That helps to keep them, in my experience, from getting a little too stressed. A little breath of air or something touched it just then, and it got a little upset, but see, it's back to being chill again. So there we go. Like I said, don't go too frequently handling your tarantulas, but every once in a while, in my opinion, is okay. Like I said, don't force them to do anything. Let them make the decision on their own, and you will have a pretty nice experience with your tarantulas. Of course, I don't recommend this with every tarantula species that you own, especially if you have some old worlds. I know there are some people out there that are crazy and stupid enough to handle an old world. The only time I'm ever going to handle an old world is going to be unintentionally because it came out of the enclosure and on my hand or whatever. But these guys, sometimes it's interesting to take them out every once in a while. And I really think, although they don't have much of a brain, just a bundle of nerves, and they kind of react, they do have a bit of a temperament, but not a personality. I think really it helps to kind of establish a bond with some of them, because we all put off an electrical field, and these guys are, really good at detecting electrical fields, changes in air pressure and stuff like that. And so they can sense, if you are a threat to them or not. And of course, this one obviously realizes that I am totally not a threat to it. This has been a pleasure to bring this video to you guys. This was literally the first time that I've handled this Grammastola pulchra since I got it. I've had it for a couple of years now. They are very slow growing, so keep that in mind, but they are a very beautiful and a very docile species. So if it's something that you don't have on your wish list, you should go ahead and put it on there now. But like I said, keep in mind they grow slowly. I've had this one for probably 2 years. I got it about 3/4 of an inch or so to an inch, and it's probably 4 inches now. They can be pricey, but the prices have been going down on them. I think I paid $95, but that was from Fear Not, and that was with an enclosure, a 30-day guarantee, substrate, plant, and 2 weeks supply of food, and it's still thriving really well. I'm really digging this species. They're so, like I said, they are so calm, and they get really, really huge, like 8, 9 inches. Like they can get really big. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back in its house now, because obviously it's just as done with me as I am with it at this point. And I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Please let me know with a thumbs up and a comment what you thought about it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do that. Share this video with your friends, and please, please, guys, especially as crazy as the world is right now, please take care of yourselves and each other. Hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. God bless.